She's a crazy about Elvis, loves horses, and her boyfriend is me. And it's a long day,
Okay, good evening everybody. It's Wednesday, June 9th, and going to, last night I actually posted videos showing charts, and tonight I'm going to do the same thing, except I'm going to try to cut the videos to under 10 minutes, because I wasn't able to post it to YouTube last night. It was on my Facebook account. It's Robert Skibicki, if you want to add me as a friend, so you can check that out. But I'm going to try to go over some of the same charts that I went over last night. And like that Tom Petty song, the markets were free falling again today after opening the day up strong. We got a sell off towards the end of the day, and it looks like we could possibly go down. I think if we go down and test the lows again, we might actually crack them to the downside, so it should be pretty interesting. But the first chart I'm going to look at tonight is the $ silver chart. Okay, and as you can see on this chart, we have a inverted head and shoulder pattern, which we also have in the gold market. You had a high at the end of November, actually early December, of about 1950. You have the head here, which is about 1475, and you have the right shoulder up here. Actually, let me point with the other finger. 1975 in the second week of May, so that makes your head and shoulders formation. And basically there is a resistance line here that once it is cracked to the upside, you have a target of 24 and change. You get the target of the inverted head and shoulders by taking the difference of the average of the left shoulder and the right shoulder, and you subtract it from 1475, which is the head. So that gives you about 450 on the upside from a 1975 breakout, and that would give you a target of about 24 and a quarter for the inverted head and shoulders breakout. Excuse me. A little out of breath because I was just coming from the gym. Okay, the next chart I want to look at. Well, actually, let's look a little more at this silver chart here. Today we had a inside candle. You can see right here, this red candle was down 13 cents, which isn't basically, we're still in an indecisive kind of mode. We're not really sure if this market's gonna head higher or it's gonna head lower. We're right at the 18 day is 1825, 45 is 1829. We're at 1816. It's a little worrisome that we are below those moving averages, but the positive is that we had the big day Monday, we had the positive day Tuesday, and we stayed within the range of Tuesday today. So there was a little bit of a pullback, but it did not affect any of the technicals on the daily. As you see here, the MACD is below the zero line. We don't have a cross, but the histogram is still ticking up. So we got upward momentum. The stochastic has clearly now broken out. You have the black ahead of the red. Black is at 57.54, red is at 40.82, and basically that means that there's a positive momentum right now. We're not overbought, so we should get some upside in the next day or two if we are going to head to the upside. What you look for on the chart, as you can see, the blue line is the 18-day moving average. You want to see it rise above that. You want to see it take out the previous high of Tuesday of 1850, and then eventually the other high, recent high, which was about 1870, and then it should be off to the races and make a run at that head and shoulders, inverse head and shoulders resistance at 1975, and then I think we will crack that. So that's what I'm looking at in the silver market. As far as PAAS, I'm going to put that chart up now. Just give me a minute. The interesting chart to look at. I sent out a I put a comment on the YouTube page today because I thought that PAAS had a good chance of breaking out, and I'll show you what I'm looking at. It's actually looking at the PAAS hourly chart. It's basically candles in 60-minute time frames. I looked at this chart yesterday on the Facebook channel. Okay, and basically what I'm really pleased about is that for the first time you have the blue line is the 18, the red line is the 45, and the green line is the 100. And for the first time in a while, PAAS has all the moving averages in perfect alignment, which is 18 above 45, which above the 100. You have the Bollinger Bands coming in. You see how they're coming in like this? You see when they tighten like this, that usually means that there's a big move coming. Look at the volume bar the last hour. Huge volume came in and bought this. As it actually came below 24, and big volume came in and drove this up. And I also realized that the market was selling off. So this is very, very positive. That was some serious volume there. You also have, if you look at the MACD, it's still above zero. It crossed the downside, but it's still above zero, and you actually have the histogram is actually ticking up. You might not be able to see that with my camera, but you could pull up your own 60-minute chart at your own, and you could take a look at that if you can't see it. Basically today, yesterday, the hourly stochastic, that's what I'm focusing on right now, was overbought at about 80 something, and it was pointing down. Yeah, and today we had a slight down day, but look at we resolved the overbought condition, and we consolidated above support, and we had that huge volume at the end of the day. So it looks very bullish. I mean, I'm thinking that tomorrow could possibly be the day. Could be the day, and what I mean by the day is that I'm looking to clear this 25.50 resistance, and once we do that, I think it's going to be off to the races. It's going to make a test at this 28.25 level up here, and this chart looks really, really solid. Next chart, basically when I'm analyzing charts, a good thing to do is I look at all time frames. Basically, I look at the 15-minute, I look at the 60-minute, I look at the daily, look at the weekly, and I look at the monthly. It's good to keep all time frames in perspective, because sometimes they can tell you something. Again, here's the 15-minute on PAAS. You can see the last 15 minutes. It's some huge buying. I mean, it was 250,000 shares in the last 15 minutes, and you can see the big tail. This is very bullish. When there's a big tail, it basically means it traded down there, and there was buyers, and it closed all the way up at 25.18. So we were only down 6 cents for the day on a day where the market reversed pretty heavy off of the highs, and silver was actually down. So it looks like people want to get involved in this market, and over here you can see at the bottom. Look at the stochastic. Some bullish action there. You had a very big positive money flow jump too. Up here you have the MACD has actually crossed on the 15-minute, and you have the stochastic is set up where it looks like this could be like an explosive breakout tomorrow, and that would jive with maybe silver opening up, or maybe the futures opening up tomorrow. Okay, I'm going to stop here because I don't want to go over the 10-minute mark. I think we're at about like 9 minutes right now, and I'm going to go over a few more charts, and I hope you enjoy the visual of the charts. And I'm going to try to talk about the US dollar and the gold market, and maybe just 5. Okay, so stay tuned for part 2.